Welcome to Daily Overdose.
A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end result without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. Everything that you do, you need to ask yourself the question, why am I doing what I'm doing? See, everybody wants a ring, but nobody wants to practice. Practice makes progress. Practice brings us closer to the ring. Every time you get in that gym, every time you step on that field, every single moment that you study your craft and you become a master, you move from the mundane, from the average to mastery. Mastery is an obsession. Those who are obsessed with the process of becoming are the ones who become. See, a lot of people, they want that gold, they want that ring, but they don't want to put that work in. And in order to achieve, I must understand that I must study. I must study to move from average to mastery. It's the daily battle, it's the daily grind that prepares us and equips us to win the war. Why do you do what you do? Why do you want what you want? The question is, why have you delved deeply into the reason why you do what you do?
I need you to take a moment and garner up all the belief that you have left in yourself and in the idea of what is possible to make this thing happen. The process is muddy. The process is murky. The process is dark. The process is cold. The process is going to leave you in places where you're going to feel like you have been abandoned, like nobody believes in you, nobody supports you. What is your why? Because if your why is powerful enough, then you can persevere through the process. What is it? Find it. When you don't see a light at the end of your tunnel, you got to remember the light that is burning inside of you that nobody is able to put out. There is not a person on this planet that can stop you.
It is a possibility that you are only doing what you are doing because somebody told you to do it. You are only studying what you are studying. You are only becoming what you are becoming because somebody told you to become it. Why are you doing what you are doing? And that why is going to come from a pure place, a pure, authentic, unadulterated place. Resentment and compliant are appropriate neither for oneself nor others. See, resentment is a complex and multi-layered emotion that has been described as a mixture of disappointment, disgust, anger, fear, bitterness. When life hurts you, when people betray you, your greatest response, love, forgiveness. You must never be bitter. Your responsibility is to get better. See, every trial loves a good triumph. And so you've got to work your bounce back muscle. You have no regrets because you make the right decisions. You are a calculated conversationalist. And compliant is to agree excessively to be a yes man or a yes woman. See, life isn't just about learning, but it's about unlearning. To be compliant would be to be programmed, to be hypnotized by the affairs of this life, to be suggestible, that anytime anyone says anything, you believe it and you receive it. And the question must be, what is your reality? Both in fighting and in everyday life, you should be determined, though calm. Meet the situation without tenseness, yet not recklessly. And this is an invitation into a lifestyle of balance. You gotta know when to talk. You gotta know when to be quiet. You gotta know when to learn, and you've got to know when to unlearn. You need to know when to be angry, but not bitter. We must be anxious for nothing, but to be deliberately calculated. Step into the mastery of keeping a cool head in a hot situation. You may want to go off right now. You may want to lose your mind, but it is imperative and extremely critical that you keep a cool head and be anxious for nothing. We must master the art of calm. To be calm is to be absent from violence, to show no feeling of nervousness, no anger, no strong emotion. To be calm is to be confident. To be calm is to be certain. You may be in the worst fight, battle, and war you've ever seen, but you must be confident that you're coming out on the other side. Calm, cool, and collected. So take a moment, breathe in and breathe out. What you have begun, you will finish. No matter the fight, the test, the battle, the life circumstance, you will meet every situation calm, cool, and collected. You got this. The truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. Everybody wants the future, but nobody wants to accept their current reality. See, truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. So many people keep telling themselves it didn't happen, but it did. And it hurt you, but it built you. It made you into something you would have never become had it not happened. One of the reasons why people can't grow, they cannot evolve, they cannot even enlarge their territory, they cannot shift their thinking, is because they are in denial. Denial of this truth will cause destiny to avoid you. See, one thing I can tell you is that those who are in denial of who they are and where they are, destiny will avoid them. It is an invitation into obscurity, into darkness. That is the lie that we want to live. A lot of us are generationally programmed to live a lie. Your parents lived a lie, and their parents lived a lie. And so you live the lie, and you believe the lie, and you get the results of the lie. See, the lie is like a bitter seed that has been planted in a garden, and you have eaten forbidden fruit. And your bloodline has eaten from the forbidden fruit for decades. And see, the truth is the truth. And you must bend to its power or live a lie. Nobody wants to bend. But there is beauty, there is brilliance in bending and yielding and surrendering. And you cannot bend without humility. You've got to break out of self-denial. I got to put down my ego. I have to put down my insecurities. I have to put down my pride. And I have to yield. I have to surrender. I have to let go of what was for what is. This is the reality. In the moment that I accept reality, all of a sudden, everything changes. When we accept the truth, and we bend to its power, and we step out of lying into living. This is freedom. The man who lives a lie is the man who is his own prisoner. The truth will set you free. Nothing more. The truth will set you free. Nothing more. Priority to the ninja is to win without fighting. The limitations of a man's soul is tested before his work ethic is seen. We must win. Seek not the stage. Seek not the spotlight. But rather seek integrity. and authenticity behind the scenes. It's how you conduct yourself when no one is looking that will determine the level of authority you walk in public. We are rewarded in public for the work we do in private. Govern yourself in the shadows with integrity. It's what you do behind the scenes. It's the work you put in, the sacrifices made when no one is looking. When the world is sleeping and you are serving, it is only then, at that moment, you will find deeper fulfillment. It's what we do when no one is with us that uncovers the true mastery of the ninja. Mentally, before we see, whatever the improbable feat make up in your mind, I've already won. We must win in our thoughts. We must win in our conversation. We must win in our actions. Before the war is won, we must see it. I must have a vision of winning. I must speak the language of winning. I must think the thoughts of a winner. This is the pregame before the main event. It's what we tell ourselves before we reach the battle. Victories are won by inches. Those inches are wrapped in our thoughts, our language, and our actions. We must overcome the voices of doubt and fear from within. Start learning from zero. And there is no end to the number of techniques that will emerge. How you start is how you will finish, with nothing in your hand and no one in your corner, but a dream in your heart. Start with what you have. We have to have the courage, the poise, and the resiliency to begin. Do not wait to be understood. Do not wait to be supported. Do not wait to be liked, loved, and shared. Start from zero. There is no end to the number of techniques that will emerge. Techniques in our conversation, techniques in our thought lives. There is a way to win in every facet of life. In the room of negotiation, in the world of action, there is a way to win. There are techniques to be executed, but nothing can be done unless we first believe. We must start with ourselves. To become strong, powerful, or famous is really nothing special. People who seek seriously for a martial art with integrity and having found it, never leave it, are the protectors of the true ninjutsu. Being natural is the ultimate secret of the art. Do not seek fame. Do not seek fortune. Do not seek popularity, but rather seek discipline, integrity, character, and courage. We must not seek happiness from the outside in, but from the inside out. It is not fame or fortune that will bring us into this place of fulfillment. We must find the blessing. We must find goodness in the ordinary. Don't think that any one technique is the end. There is no end. Just when you think you've got them, you're dead because you didn't. There is no perfect technique. We must keep a student mentality. We must grow daily. Much of life moves at the speed of the connections we make and the questions we ask. We must remain hungry for true wisdom. If someone keeps training without knowing the foundation and how it blooms into a flower, then it is certain he will have a hollow mind and eyes. Ask yourself the question, why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you want what you want? What wakes you up in the morning and gets you going? It all starts with a feeling and a thought. The true art of the ninja is to know one's limitations, boundaries, strengths, and weaknesses. The beauty and the brilliance of the ninja lifestyle is one of self-awareness. Where are you? How did you get there? Where were you? And where are you going? Self-awareness is the key to the future and the way of the ninja. The warrior that is angry is at war with himself. Do not under any circumstances depend on a partial feeling. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. You are calm but alert, relaxed but ready, smooth but sharp, humble but confident. Forget your sadness, your anger, grudges, and hatred. Let them pass like smoke caught in a breeze. Do not indulge yourself in such feelings. You must look beyond the wound to win the fight. Where you are hurting, where you are bleeding, where you are crawling, keep going. Be relentless. We must win mentally before we see whatever the improbable feat make up in your mind. I've already won. Be committed. Be fully persuaded to peace, for without which you will never fulfill your purpose. With everything that you think, and every word that you speak, and every move that you make, let peace and harmony be your portion. You must decide in this moment to execute like you never have. Execute in the face of adversity. Execute in the presence of doubt and fear. Execute. Get the job done. After you have spoken, take action. For if you remain still, you open the door to an idle mind. You must dispense with the notion that conversation will change your life. It is only strategy, plan, and execution that alters the very fabric of our existence.
Focus on infinite purpose. You've got to learn to utilize the space between you and your opponent. Always observe your opponent very carefully. Watch them, study them, examine their movements. You need to use the first seconds of every encounter to evaluate the length of their play. You will win the war without when you win the war within. When you have won the war with yourself, you will win the war with every opponent. It's what you do behind the scenes. It's the work you put in, the sacrifices made when no one is looking, when the world is sleeping and you are serving. It is only then, at that moment, you will find deeper fulfillment. It's what we do when no one is with us that uncovers the true mastery of the ninja. The first priority to the ninja is to win without fighting. The limitations of a man's soul is tested before his work ethic is seen. How you start is how you will finish, with nothing in your hand and no one in your corner, but a dream in your heart. Start with what you have. We have to have the courage, the poise, and the resiliency to begin. Do not wait to be understood. Do not wait to be supported. Do not wait to be liked, loved, and shared. Start from zero. To start from zero is an aggressive invitation into self-confidence. We must start with ourselves. If we start from zero, there is no end to the number of techniques that will emerge. There is a way to win in every facet of life. In the room of negotiation, in the world of action, there is a way to win. There are techniques to be executed, but nothing can be done unless we first believe. We must start with ourselves. Much of life moves at the speed of the connections we make and the questions we ask. We must remain hungry for true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You must throw away your bad habits to get good. Your life is on the line, your future. So practice well. With your feet, and the hands will follow. You are not just fighting one opponent. You are fighting the unknown. You are stepping into uncharted territories, and you must endure to the end. What wakes you up in the morning and gets you going? Why is it that you want what you want? Why are you doing what you are doing? Every thought has an origin. Find your origin. We must understand the foundation of every action, that it all starts with a feeling and a thought. The true art of the ninja is to know one's limitations, boundaries, strengths, and weaknesses. The beauty and the brilliance of the ninja lifestyle is one of self-awareness. Breathe in
Breathe. Breathe life into the weapon. Don't take life away from it. Keep walking. Because walking is life. Those who desire only technique will never understand the art. It's everything beyond that. Where are you? How did you get there? Where were you? And where are you going? Self-awareness is the key to the future and the way of the ninja. Do not fear death and never stray away from the way.
Thank you for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video.